All right, let's dive into a really fascinating book today. Neville Goddard's Feeling is the Secret. Now, this is a short book, but it packs a punch with an idea that might just flip everything you think you know about reality on its head. The core concept? The world inside you doesn't just influence your reality, it literally creates it.
So, let's just start with this powerful question right out of the gate. What if your feelings weren't just reactions to what happens to you? What if they were the cause? What if everything in your life, your job, your health, your relationships, was a direct physical manifestation of what you consistently feel on the inside?
And this quote is the heart of it all. According to Goddard, this isn't just about thinking positive or some kind of wishful thinking. No, he presents it as a fundamental law of the universe, as real and as predictable as gravity. The idea is that your reality is a constant, living reflection of the dominant feelings you hold within you. Okay, so let's get into the first core principle of this philosophy, and it's a big one. The idea that your consciousness, your awareness of being, and your feelings, that's the only true reality. Everything else you see and experience out there is just a shadow, an echo cast by that inner world.
Think of it like this, right? Your inner world of feeling is the architectural blueprint for your life. If you constantly feel a sense of lack or worry on the inside, well, your outer world has to build according to that plan. But if you can learn to cultivate feelings of peace, love, and success within, your external circumstances will eventually have to follow that new blueprint. It has no choice.
So how does this actually happen? I mean, what's the mechanism that turns an inner feeling into an outer fact? Well, it all comes down to the fascinating relationship between the two main parts of your mind.
You can think of it as a division of labor. Your conscious mind is the thinker, the planner. It uses logic and reason. It's the gardener that chooses the seeds. But the subconscious mind, that's totally different. It's the feeler. It's the fertile soil. It doesn't argue. It doesn't use logic. It simply accepts whatever feeling you give it as a command, as a fact. And this is such a powerful metaphor. The subconscious doesn't judge. It doesn't care if the seed you plant is a feeling of fear or a feeling of joy. It will faithfully grow whatever you plant through consistent feeling. If you constantly feel unworthy, it will grow experiences that confirm that feeling, kind of like weeds taking over a garden. This is exactly why those moments just before you fall asleep are so critical. As your conscious, logical mind, the gatekeeper, begins to drift off, the gateway to your subconscious just swings wide open. The feeling you carry with you into sleep is the one that gets planted most deeply into that fertile, creative soil. Now for the really exciting part, the practical application. This is the how-to, the method Goddard lays out for consciously using this incredible power to shape your reality. It's a beautifully simple four-step process. You don't just visualize the goal, you create a short, vivid scene that would only happen after your wish was fulfilled. Maybe it's a friend congratulating you, or the feeling of holding a new key in your hand. But the real key, step 3, isn't just seeing the scene, it's feeling the emotion of it being real right now. Then you just repeat that feeling, especially right before you sleep. And this quote right here, this is the game changer. Thinking of your wish keeps it at a distance. It's something you want in the future. But thinking from your wish means you are embodying the feeling of already having it. You're not wishing for success, you are feeling what it is like to be successful. It's a subtle but absolutely crucial shift. Of course, this isn't always a walk in the park. Your rational mind, your senses, they're all going to push back with doubt and skepticism. So let's talk about the biggest roadblocks you'll face and how Goddard suggests you navigate them. These are the main culprits. Every time you try to feel the wish fulfilled, your logical mind or your current reality might just scream, "But that's not true! Look around you!" This sends a confused, mixed signal to your subconscious, effectively neutralizing your efforts and keeping you right where you are. So here's the secret to overcoming this. You don't argue with doubt. You don't try to force it away. You simply acknowledge it, and then gently, but persistently, return your attention to the feeling of your wish already being a reality. This persistence, that's the secret behind the secret. So, when you put all of this together, the power of feeling, the role of the subconscious, and the method of assumption, it leads to this profound and incredibly empowering shift in your perspective. It fundamentally changes your relationship with the world. And this is the ultimate realization.
If you don't like what you see in the mirror of your life, your circumstances, your relationships, you don't try to change the reflection. That's pointless. You have to change the source. You have to change the inner feeling that's being reflected in the first place.
This slide perfectly illustrates the principle of true responsibility. If you want your boss, your partner, or your life to change, you must first change your own inner concept of yourself. As you shift the feeling within, the world outside has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that new inner reality.
So I'll leave you with this challenge. The most creative moment of your day is the one just before you drift off to sleep. You're about to give your subconscious its instructions for the night. So tonight, as an experiment, what feeling, what reality will you choose to impress upon it? The power, as Goddard suggests, is entirely yours.